It still measures the width. Um, they're all the way around, so 4.2 the areas. So I just kind of get it to where
You just kind of went like 4.2 is or 4.3 is kind of your
yeah,
width
it just
and
depends. It depends on the span too. So if the implants are very lingual and the prosthesis is very forward because you want that lip support, then you don't want to put your bar right on top of your implants because then that's gonna cause a lot of stress. If
That's
all your
another
occlusion
cancer.
if all your occlusion is going on right on this on the front here and your
bar's
implants
right
are
back
too
there.
lingual and you put your bar right over your implants and you still have that big cantilever space, and so that's going to cause. So you want to adapt it. Ideally you want them close center to the implant, but if there's too much cantilever, then you want to be able to bring
I was
your bar
thinking
in.
just keep it really far lingual to keep it out of the way, but then it's not supporting your structure very well.
No, it's going to be bulk to your prosthesis too. So you got to take that in consideration.
You kind of have like
The
a
ton sits.
measurement how far back
Yeah.
from the teeth you want to be to.
Ton.
Yeah, so I keep it. So I just think of it as if you were to set teeth on top of this bar, you can kind of see how the length of your teeth. I keep them right a little bit towards the edge here, so you can kind of see the this. You can kind of see the width, how far off your teeth are. And I still want to give it some. I want to bring. I don't want to go past the. So in this case, I can actually make the bar wider to be able to fill in more of that space. You can make it wider, which is going to give it more strength, and you can bring it out more because you still have a lot of space here. So that's the first thing that I look for. Right in the center. You still want to give it some space. You don't want the lingual side to be real thin because then you'll start seeing shine through it.
So you're making it the bar wider, not because you're worried about the titanium breaking. You're worried about supporting the structure
The
above.
overstructure, yes.
Because it's so wide, you want more support for it. So
Yeah, and then we're repositioning so it balances out to the occlusion. Because you're gonna be looking at this, and you're gonna set your contact points up. Whether however you prefer. No contact. If there's a molar back here, we usually don't load this at all. We keep it out of occlusion. Right dead center of those implants. No contacts towards the cusps here on those lateral. When they're sliding around, you want flat. You don't want really. Pretty much how you have it on this the situation, this wax up that you'll have.
you can see why this thing's been breaking for us. Like there's one of the implants. There's the hole we made, and
Yep.
then there's the
the fractures.
Yeah,
And usually
you really want that bulked out a whole bunch more. And even on the buckle, you want that
Yeah.
bulked out more below that.
And so
That's on your temporary.
that's
Yeah.
that pallet bridge we've been making.
Yep.
and you can kind of see the distance here.
I could cut back a whole bunch from where it was so that we'd have room to put gums on there, but those have been the fracture points.
So
Yeah.
But if we
like I
want
said,
this
we
thing-
keep your temporary thicker, and then once you get that bar in there, then you can start cutting it back.
They'd be okay with that as long as they understood it.
And if you tell them right up front, your first set is going to be a little bit thicker, but on your final set, we reduce it because we have the metal substructure in there. They're usually good with that.
So on here you can choose to adapt bar only or bar and pillars. Now we're going to be working on our pillars. So here you're able to see.
And then when they get their finals, they're like, "Oh, this feels so much better."
Yeah, they will get used to anything.
Yep. They adapt.
So here the you can kind of see now the placement of the implants. So I generally bring these in and kind of make them towards make them more natural. Make them. You can see how things. So this right here is going to be. You can already see how how much space you have here, according to your gingival, which is real thin. Where is the gingival tissue? This one. Right. So it's real close to the opposing. Now on the bar, we can start manipulating with this. We can kind of bring it up to give it more. You can see exactly where it is, so it's more towards the lingual. So you can bring it in and bring it up. There'll still be plenty of material there for support.
Do you worry about the thickness of the material breaking off the bar?
Yes. No, well, only on the lingual. The overstructure, the overstructure material, you want to keep it. You want to keep it a certain. You want to give it a good. You don't want to keep it right. You don't want to. Like Dr. Klein said, you still want to be able to build this out. So when you're sitting it, it's there's enough material where you're not seeing shine through on the material, because you think about it, you're still gonna have to add gradient. You want to make it look nice, so you're adding gradient on the. I don't know, if y'all are adding gradient on the lingual side of it.
Underneath, the dome area, and when it's not touching.
So you can make it wider, and then you can reduce it. On the overstructure, you can reduce it. And you can actually measure to see how thick it is when you start doing the overstructure, to see where the thin areas are. Again, the placement of the bar is going to be very important to where it comes to when you're designing your overstructure here. That way, because if you leave it too lingual, now you're adding more material on the lingual. They're going to be able to feel it. So the further away that you can get them right dead center on those implants, then should be good. Let's see here. So now we're going to see the bar, the pillar here. Let's see how far down they can go. So we still got a little. There it is. So just like that. Okay.
Looks like on that gingiva there, I didn't cut that one very low.
You can tell that this was done. This impression was scanned in after surgery.
Yeah, right. That's a day of.
And so when we get
shitty suture job. I swear that was John. That was,
yeah. So I'm bringing all these down. I know.
Is there a chance you could shrink it too small so it gets within like the multi-unit, or does it have a limit? It'll let you know.
So this will tell you exactly where the screws are gonna, how the screws are gonna, where are the implant parts? Let's see. Implant